Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're viewing this. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Happy Juneteenth to anybody that's out there celebrating it. I'm glad this holiday is getting the recognition it deserves. It's a very important, momentous occasion in our nation's history. So happy Juneteenth to anybody that celebrates it. Happy Father's Day to anybody that celebrates that. I had a great day with my daughter. We went to a ball game. My team got killed, but that's okay. I had a fun celebration with my wife, my daughter, and I hope you're all enjoying whatever, family time, friend time, or outdoor time, whatever you're enjoying with your loved ones, and you're staying away from the charts. And the charts, right? I told you it was going to be a baloney weekend, right? I told you on Friday, whatever happens on the weekend, we tend to always retrace back to wherever we started the weekend. Friday we finished about 20,000, 3, 4, 500, right? We went down to 17.5 yesterday. And then we finished at 20, 30, 20,300, 405, whatever, right? It was a baloney weekend. BOLOGNA. It was a baloney weekend. Look at this, right? Oh, I'm on the ETH chart. I'm sorry. We got to go to the BTC USD chart. And we got to go to Coinbase and the daily. Look at this. It was a baloney weekend, right? This is Friday. And then Saturday we had a disastrous day. Sunday we ended up right back where we started. Baloney weekend. So I hope you took advice and you didn't stare at the charts all weekend, because nothing happened. It was baloney. And the greed that pushed a lot of people out of the market, liquidated a bunch of the big money because they were overly greedy with their customer funds, with the customers' crypto. It was all baloney. It's all baloney. It's a game. Dollar cost average. And speaking of dollar cost averaging, right? Every week. So I've been on this channel for 7 weeks, almost now, about 7 weeks. Every week, I've been telling you, new money put into ADA today will outpace Bitcoin and Ethereum over a year. Well, by the end of the year, a year from now, and 5 years from now. Any new money put into ADA and Ethereum will outpace Bitcoin a year from, by the end of the year, a year from now, 5 years from now, right? Been telling you that since I started this channel for 7 weeks. And every week I prove it. I try to prove my work. I'm not here to make a prediction and then not show my work, right? I'm here to show my work. I'm here to tell you what I think and then prove it to you. And if I'm wrong, so be it. If I'm right, I will toot my own horn. But I'm not here for baloney weekends, right? So every week we put $100 into each of those 3 coins. And we've been doing it for 6 weeks so far. We do it every Monday, so tomorrow will be our 7th week. How's it looking so far? How is our returns looking, right? Oh, we got to get out of that, go to this. So we put $600 into each of these. ADA is killing Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? I don't need till the end of the year for ADA. ADA is killing Bitcoin and Ethereum. And how is Ethereum doing? Well, Ethereum's dragging behind, but it is catching up. It is catching up this week. So Ethereum, I told you, by the end of the year will outpace Bitcoin. ADA will crush Ethereum and Bitcoin by the end of the year. I told you it was by the end of the year. I don't even need till the end of the year, right? It's happening right now. So that prediction is working out so far, right? But how about my other predictions? I told you almost 3 weeks ago now that ADA was the most bullish chart in crypto, right? I told you about 3 weeks ago. How's that looking? Let's look at that chart real quick. This is gonna be a quick video. I know I'm late today. So ADA, I look at the ADA BTC chart, and we look at the Coinbase chart, and we do the weekly chart. Okay, so before it pops, before my beautiful lines pop up, right? I want to remind everybody, I'm not trading the 15-minute chart, the hourly chart, the 4-hourly chart, the daily chart. I'm not trading any of those. I'm trading. Sorry, still have my COVID cough from 3 weeks ago. Jeepers, got to get rid of this thing. So I'm not trading those short-term charts. I'm trading the weekly chart. I'm playing the long trends, and that's what if I'm advising anybody, and I don't, because I'm not your financial advisor, so don't you gotta make your own decisions. I'm not providing financial advice, but play the longer-term trends. Don't try to. You'll get chopped up if you play these 15-minute charts. Imagine if you're trying to play these charts this weekend, you would have just gotten destroyed. It went up, you got crushed. It went back up, went back down. I'm sorry, I apologize. So, play the longer term trends. That's what you got to do in this game. And dollar cost average in. So every week we put $100 in. And I showed you the results so far. ADA's killing it, just like I said. But 2 weeks ago, or almost 3 weeks ago now, I told you ADA had the most bullish chart in crypto. And how's that looking? How is that looking since I said that? Look at this. I told you here, right about here, right about there, when one ADA was worth 0.000019 Bitcoin. Before we got to this down sloping resistance line. Before we got there. And then last week, sorry, 2 weeks ago about, I guess, we settled right on top of that resistance line. All of a sudden it's support. I told you this chart was ripe for a bullish move. And I tell you back here, it wasn't ripe yet, right? I didn't tell you 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Well, I guess I told you now 2 weeks ago, but I mean, I didn't tell you 5 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. I told you right when we came to that resistance line. And I told you right when we got above that right when we got above that resistance line. I'm sorry, I just get so excited that I can't stop choking, and that's not very conducive to COVID, so I apologize. But then last week, right? Last Sunday night, I told you when we wicked down and we tested this support or resistance line, now turn into support. I told you I was transferring almost all my Bitcoin out and putting in mostly into ADA. And how'd that work out? Look at this freaking green Martian candle. Oh man, that thing is so beautiful. And now we're up, earlier today we were up like 30%. Now we're up, I think 23, 24% versus Bitcoin. And what does that mean? What does that mean? You put, I'll get rid of, I'm sorry. COVID put me down for 3-4 days, 3 weeks ago, and I just can't get rid of the cough. Especially when I get excited, because I just get excited and pumped up, and then it sneaks up on me. So, but we were like 30% up earlier today. Now we're about 23, 24% up. And what does that mean? If you followed me in last Sunday, you put one Bitcoin in to ADA. Now that one Bitcoin is worth 1.2324 Bitcoin. Without new money, without using leverage. How can you can't beat that. You can't beat that in this game. So I didn't tell you this before it was ripe. I brought it to you right when the opportunity was ripe with opportunity. Right? It was ripe on the vine. I plucked it off the vine. I tasted it. It was delicious. And I brought it to this channel before it got rotten, before the opportunity got rotten, before that ripened, beautiful piece of fruit expired. If you appreciate that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a follow, right? 23% return in, really, since I told you last week, but the first time I brought this chart to the channel was about almost 3 weeks ago now. Still, either way, that's a 24% return. And that's not it. I'm not satisfied with that, right? I have resistance lines, and we will talk about this on the channel as we go forward. First resistance line is this first blue line. Second one is this other blue line. And I'll talk about where I take my profits and move them back into Bitcoin, or what I'm doing with it. And I'm not going to do it at this that first blue line, which is at 0.00002553 Bitcoin. I'm not going to do anything there, because I think we'll break that easily. I'm personally, for the majority of it right now, as this stands right now, I'm going to wait for up here, 0.00006 Bitcoin. What does that mean? If you followed me in last Sunday, 1 Bitcoin turns into 3. If you did it with 2 Bitcoin, that turns into 6. 3 Bitcoin turns into 9. Without new money, without using leverage. This is not a hard game. I keep telling people this is not a hard game. You don't need to put new money in even. If you have a substantial amount of money, you can play this game and still end up with more Bitcoin at the end. Just by playing the long-term trends and striking when the iron is hot. Striking when that fruit is perfectly ripe before it expires, but not until it's ripe. And that's why I brought that ETH chart to you right when I did. I didn't bring it to you 4 weeks ago when I started this channel, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, even though I told you by the end of the year, Ethereum or ADA will outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin. I didn't tell you it was the most bullish chart then. I waited until the opportunity was just ripe for optimal returns. And that's what we're getting right now. But I'm not waiting for that, right? I'm waiting for a 3x. A 3x. That's where I'm going to take out a majority of it. A 3x. Now, I'm not giving you financial advice. I've been wrong before. I was wrong on that support line for Bitcoin. I didn't think we'd go below it. We did, right? But I'm waiting for a 3x. 1 Bitcoin turns into 3. 2 Bitcoin turns into 6. 3 Bitcoin turns into 9. That's what I'm waiting for. Now, we'll talk about the resistance lines as we move up. And I might take some out along the way up. But for a majority of it, I'm waiting for that 3x on the ADA BTC chart. It's beautiful. And it's not a hard game. So what's the second most bullish chart? How are we doing on that? I brought this one to you a week ago, right? The ETH BTC chart. And again, we're doing Coinbase. And again, we're doing the weekly. And we'll wait for my lines to pop up here. But again, I want to bring it to your attention. I'm not doing the 15-minute chart, the hourly chart, the 4-hourly chart, the daily chart. We're doing the weekly chart. We're playing a long game. Playing the long game. But the returns are going to be stupendous. And notice again, I brought this to you when the opportunity was ripe. I didn't bring it to you 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, because it wasn't ripe then. I'm trying to bring things to this channel exactly at the optimal time. So if you appreciate that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, right? Give me a follow. I want to hear about your journey. I want to hear if you've gone into these with me. So let's look at the Ethereum chart. Look at this. It held that support perfectly. I told you back here, right when it was at this line, this support line at 0.052. That's when I told you. 1 Ethereum, 0.052 Bitcoin. And look at, we held that line perfectly 2 weeks ago, or a week ago. This past week, which just closed today, we held it perfectly. We wicked down below it, right? We wicked way down to 0.048. But I wasn't worried, even though had a loss going, because we are right on, we closed above that line, that support line that goes back 18 months. It goes way back here to 2020, December of 2020. This support line held perfectly. I told you it was going to hold perfectly, and it did. And what does that mean? If we go back up in this ascending triangle to this blue line at 0.076, what does that mean? It means that's almost a 50% return. Almost a 50% return. Putting 1 Bitcoin in when I told you to do it a week ago would net you 1.5 Bitcoin. And I think this will happen faster than the 80 to 3x. It'll happen faster. It's not as great of a return, but it'll happen faster. 1 Bitcoin turns into 1.5 Bitcoin. 2 Bitcoin turns into 3. This is not a hard game. And you know what? I won't, sorry again. Oh, I get excited. I'm sorry. There was somebody on Twitter who just yesterday, I'm not going to name him. You follow me on Twitter and you can find out who it is. I'm at @crypto_liberal. But they said yesterday, well, they think Ethereum is still due for a 50% reduction against Bitcoin. And I retweeted it and said, well, I think exactly the opposite. We're due for a 50% increase versus Bitcoin. So we'll see. We'll see who's right, right? I'm putting my proof on video. I'm showing my work. Tomorrow we'll put a new $100 into that portfolio on each of those coins, and I'll show you by the end of the year that what I'm saying will come to fruition, at least in my opinion. And now, I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong again. So this is not financial advice. You need to do your own research. Do what's right for your own financial situation. But I don't think there's any way possible that Ethereum loses 50% to Bitcoin in the next few months. In fact, I think it's going to gain 50% versus Bitcoin. And today, or Sunday, it was up huge against Bitcoin. We had that green candle for the week ending last week, or today, essentially. We are doing golden. We had a green candle. We were getting crushed. We were way below this support line. And we ended up above it. And a green candle. And to me, that looks like a hammer. That looks like a hammer. What does a hammer mean? Now, you need to wait a full week for confirmation that this hammer from this past week that just closed today will come, we need this candle to close before it's confirmed. And we need this candle to close green. And if it does, that confirms the hammer. And it gives me further conviction that we are going to get up to that 50% return against Bitcoin on Ethereum, and relatively soon. So we'll wait for this weekly candle to close, and we'll see where we end up. But again, I didn't bring this to you 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I brought it to you right when we were settling on it last week. Right? I brought it to you back here on this week, the week of June 6th, when we were right on that support line. I brought it to you there. 0.052 Bitcoin. Right down here. 0.052 Bitcoin. That's where I brought it to you. And look we're above it. We got a green candle. I brought it to you at the perfect moment. At least I think it's the perfect moment. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe we have a big red candle. We go way below that support line this week. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could happen. I could be wrong. So if you appreciate me bringing these charts to you right at the exact moment that they need to be brought to you, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a follow, give me a comment. Tell me if you've gone into either ADA or Ethereum in the last couple of weeks. I hope I'm not the only one. So that's it. I'm going to try to settle my chest here. Maybe go have a beer. I need a beer. That'll settle my chest down. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Again, happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. I love you. Thanks for watching. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Let's kill it these next few weeks, because I think things are on the verge of turning around. We're closer to the bottom than we are to the top. That's for sure. The top is a long way off, and it's excuse me, man. And it's gonna be a hell of a ride, right? It's going to be a hell of a ride. And let's just go one more time to the Bitcoin versus USD chart. Again, I want to look at the Coinbase, and we're going to do the daily. Just wanted to see where we're at. Again, you know what? I'm waiting. I'm not going to get excited until Bitcoin gets above my former support line, now turn resistance. We're going to get up there at some point. We're going to get rejected off of it at some point. But that will just provide us the juice to get above it. And then we're off to the races, I think. Off to new all-time highs at some point. Soon, I think. Soon. It's not going to be 3 years, I don't think. My opinion. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. I love you. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having some quality time with your children, if you're a father, or your family and friends, and you're enjoying, not looking at the charts, because I told you it was going to be a baloney weekend. I love you all. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night.